And the Blue Devils will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. They'll try the run. Running into the open space. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. How about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looking for a man. It's Pavia. The screen, he's got wheels. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Dwayne comes to the line. Lots of work to do on 3rd down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Trying to keep the drive alive. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
To the air on 1st down. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. It's Galloway. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. Looking to throw on 1st down. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Duke. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes they put you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run the option. They'll leave it with him. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the inside give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Fires to the big fella. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's 4th and short, 4th and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But 4th and long, that's a situation.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll try to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Timing has to be so good. You're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field. The ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Guys, time has expired here in the quarter, and Duke is on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. They'll run play action. He'll off one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd now.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field, and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
To the air, it's Pavia. The quick out. Shakes off the defender. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. He'll pitch it. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line. The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on 2nd down. Off play action. Looking to scramble. Blasted as he lets it go. A strike downfield. quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Second down, he'll throw it. He wants it all. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. He'll pull it down. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
The Blue Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to throw, it's Barnett. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Speeding down the left side. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Bringing it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense. At a time when you need to be able to score some points, so you either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Got his man downfield. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Tulane comes to the line needing less than a yard on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Pavia. Looking deep. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, He didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Snares it outside, it's Coleman. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
And back to the air on second down. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Unloads to the wideout. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has 1 interception. That was almost a second. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. He's going to fire into the gut of the defense. A little excitement there to wrap up the first half, and that'll pad the stats as we go to the break. About to start here in the second half. Tulane will kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's McAllister. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balances. There he goes! They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pre-firing. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
And the Blue Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Barnett. With the catch, it's Galloway. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
The Blue Devils have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that.
This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Let's it fly. Oh, it's kicked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive.
Man, this is how we do it. Defensively, you go into halftime, you make adjustments. You talk about, we've seen them do this, we've seen them do that. Let's get ready for it. Let's have a plan. Plan executed. You could tell they knew it was coming, did a great job defensively, forced an interception right out the gates to start the second half.
They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. To the air, it's Pavia. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well, I always say this, when you're backed up on offense, those are some of the best opportunities to take deep shots. In all likelihood, the defense is expecting a run. You're going to try and buy yourself a little bit of...
He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
There's probably a lot of people wondering right now, why do they keep throwing the football when they're backed up so much? But this is actually one of the best places on the field to do that.
And they got him in the end zone for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
He's in open space downfield.
The return is brought down at the 39, and the Duke offense will take over 1st and 10.
They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. That's the end of the period, and Duke has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So the final period starts with a second down play. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points, and they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. He'll pull it on the read. Breaks into the open. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8. And the Blue Devils pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward. Now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. He has kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. As they come to the line, they've moved it, but they need 1 more yard on 3rd down. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. This close to the end zone, 4th and goal. Any thought to taking the 3?
Absolutely not. No thought. Send the offense out there. Actually, sorry, keep the offense out there. We are not bringing on a kicker.
Trying play action. Quick strike complete. Touchdown, Duke! And the stomping has commenced.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
And your Tulane Green Wave will take over 1st and 10.
First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's taking a deep shot. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and get into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Timeout called by the offense. A mere 10 seconds to go in the game. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And the ball falls to the ground, incomplete. The game is over, and that's just sort of how this one is gone. Well, they say you win a few, you lose a few, and some get rained out. Would have been good for this team if this one had gotten rained out because they lost badly.
Yeah, not a lot to be too proud about in this one here. Good news is you get to go back to the drawing board. You get to go back, you get to have another week of practice as a coaching staff, try and find ways to get players in position to go out and make plays. Going to need a big locker room speech after this one, David.
Yeah, and you're going to watch this tape, and it's going to hurt because you're going to watch with your coaches, and you're going to see the mess-ups and all the things you could have done better, but you got to learn from it. You got to get better. You got to grow, and that's how that works.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. They'll kick it off to get this game underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. To throw, it's Cunningham. Catch in the middle, it's Oakland. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Using the quick game. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Unloads to the right. Got the big tight end on the corner route. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And the Blue Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Finds his tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. That throw and catch a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. He's got the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. The Blue Devils come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Makes the grab on the left. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Pass completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Dropping back, it's Cunningham. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Man, they could have flipped that field in a hurry, right? They've given up some yards. They're sitting in their own red zone. A chance to make a big play. Yeah, he could have made that interception and could have flipped this field.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds.